Have there been any projects that have come up since you've had the printer on site that you wouldn't have expected to become 3D printing projects, or you would have handled a different way, but then it turns out printing was made something easier for you?
There's really, if you can dream it up, you can print it. I print a lot of things that, aren't going to be sold as a final product, just simply, stuff that helps around the shop, in the assembly process, for example, in checking bearing clearance, the crank sits on the bench and we mic the crank, check the main size and do it that way. Well, just last week, I printed some V blocks. So now that you don't have to flop the crank around on the bench, you can just sit it in the V blocks and easily turn it. It just speeds up the process of checking this clearance and the accuracy. So it's just some simple things like that around the shop that, nobody makes these parts. Nobody makes tools to do this, or sometimes they do, but there's no need to spend $100 on V blocks for crankshafts when I think I have $3 in the plastic. In the prototyping process, if we would have had to have cut all these out of billet just to see if they fit, that would have become financially just not sustainable. Or we would have had to have paid somebody to 3D print the design just so we could simply check it. But, I can just walk upstairs and out it comes. Another example is that locator for the harmonic balancer. I was able just to, like I said, in a couple hours, have the final product and not be a day or two behind in the completion of an engine for a customer.
That's fantastic.